And we are going live with uh, Dragon Age Inquisition in a few moments. Let me, as always, I was sending some information to one of my role playing game groups about ships ideas. We're talking about doing a sci fi show and on Twitch and sci-fi role-play game sci-fi show, and we're thinking about concepts and ideas about characters and stuff like that. We already did our season 0, and we're now going to go to do that. So I will probably post the channel and the show times during the week. So one day of the week I'll be playing this. I think we're setting up for next Thursday, maybe. We'll see what happens. But I'll certainly post it so everybody can see it. It will be on RP Glory's channel. Just go to RP Glory, Twitch, and check it out. Check him out. He's a supporter of the channel and a great guy. So yeah, he deserves your support. I hope everybody's doing well this evening. Oh, by the way, it takes a little while for this to load, so AC time. See my fat butt right there. Ah, thank you for the joining of the crew. Thank you for the follow. Let's see who was following. Somebody did follow. You're welcome. Just got the right. Limitless Mod joined us. Thank you for that. Appreciate it very much. And so we are now once again going to Dragon Age Inquisition. We are in the Hinterlands cleaning up stuff before we actually go to the next story point, because it's an elaborate one. Hopefully I can stream tomorrow as well. I want to get as much streaming of this game as possible before Monster Hunter comes along. I may not be able to play Monster Hunter. I want to. I mean, I've seen the specs and they seem to be a bit high even for my machine. So if it's too clunky, then it's like, hey Steam, can I get my money back? Because this is not working. It has happened before. Not too much, often. That's I guess we just continue with this. And maybe after Monster Hunter, I'll have all the DLC for Inquisition, and we'll play the DLC therein. So, by the way, I should activate the chat function that also shows how when people join the channel, because I can hear it and it appears on screen but not on the chat, and that should change. I don't know whether that's a function of being an affiliate or not. We'll see about it. I'm not an affiliate yet, so I love this song. I always have to say it. One of the best music scores of sci-fi of fantasy games comes from Dragon Age. Skyrim has a great soundtrack. Baldur's Gate has an interesting one. Icewind Dale as well. Neverwinter Nights was okay. I can think of other games off the top of my head. Kingdoms of Amalur had a nice track. Not a great, memorable one, but it was okay. It's kind of recognizable. But the Dragon Age soundtracks, Origin and Inquisition, is like, oh, okay, that's Inquisition. That's Origins. I know. And that's part and parcel what you need. You need something that is easily recognizable. Hey, you're going after my buddy? No, 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 no. We're not gonna have that. You're dead. Boom. So, we're gonna go to Master Deneth's place and do the quest related to that. I have one of those. Oblique cutter. So it's over here. You can see all the quests. This one is the one that is really messy, where the Ruffalo roam. So we're gonna do those quests. Yeah, let's do those. I also need a key, by the way. If by the way, chat, if you see the game slowing down, I'm keeping my eye on it. For some reason, OBS seems to find it fine. On my screen, it works fine. But at times when I'm looking at my second screen, it's like, what's going on here? Well, it's not supposed to be working that way. So it's like, this is Master Deneth. This is where you get your the horsies. So let's start doing. I think you have to deliver a letter first and foremost. Because I already found that. Place letter. Yeah. I already talked to Master Deneth. Is it Deneth or Deneth? I think it's Deneth. Talk to this guy.
The Master doesn't want me handing those refugees weapons until they've got any hope of defending themselves. If you put up a few watchtowers, we'd all have more warning before the next attack.
You said you had a way to help the refugees.
I do. There are too many hills in these parts, good places for raiders and bandits to gather. I've marked good spots on the map. You set up watchtowers there, I'll talk to the Master and get your people weapons.
Farewell.
That's one mission. One mission.
Might be something here.
I heard what my man said. If you want our horses, then we need our farmers back safe in their fields. Since the breach appeared, the wolves have gone mad. They come after our men like beasts with the water sickness. You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
How are these wolves acting differently from normal?
Normal wolves go after livestock, but come at them with a torch and a blade and they run. Dark spawn during the Blight, or when the dead rose to attack us. They're possessed, or something like it. I've lost too many men to the beasts. I won't endanger more.
Farewell.
Good day to you.
I'm just gonna take the man's liquor. Because why the hell not? Master Deneth. Tell me about your wife. No, that sounds like the start of a bad joke.
You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe.
I'll deal with the wolves. That sounds like the start of a very, very bad joke. Let's get to those towers, shall we? Nope. No. Yeah, that's basically the map loading. That's why you sometimes have to slow down. That was, you know. I mean, I'm hoping that's what it is. Western outskirts. Oh? Met these fellas before. Heyo, dead people. Oh, okay, I'm at the edge of the map. Oh, okay. I never actually been back here. Interesting. Or at least I don't remember being back here. In my playthroughs. Going this way. Huh. Well, there you go. Reach the edge of the map. Loot, 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 loot. More crap to sell. Drakestone. Not Dragonstone. Drakestone. Like the rapper. Like the Canadian rapper. Some people love Drake, some people hate Drake. I'm not much. I'm been years since I've been listening to my hip hop. So hip hop, hooray! Hey, this is where I should have gone up. Up, up, up you get. Whoop. Dead Ram Grove or Groove. Well, if it's dead, it doesn't have a groove anymore. Huh? Read. A note found on the course. Will be worth it, blah blah blah. Okay, never mind. Don't care. I know I'm not reading every single note. I should, I guess. But I can't do the voices right. Sorry. I messed them up. Something fierce. Well, it's not that I can really do voices, is that I can't sustain them. So there's, when I try to do voices, especially when I try to do like English accents and such, there's a phenomenon where you start drifting, right? Like you go, oh, you started with this accent, and then you're all over the place. Like, so it's not simply a matter of doing a voice; it's also a matter, I suppose, of consistency as well. So I do that, and then it's just people go like, first of all, that's a bad accent, yeah, which is like, go like, yeah, I know. And second is like, what kind of accent is that? Well, I don't know. It's just me doing an accent. Most accents can be, if you don't do them right, if they're not an instant hit, especially on stream, they can be as annoying as heck. Don't kill the rams. Don't need to kill the rams. Let them be. Ah, this is the wolves. The wolves. I'm afraid I have to kill them. Damn. I don't like killing wolves in games. Like I said, I say it again and again and again. I don't like it, but I have no choice. I have to do it. There's a cave over here somewhere. 2 caves, in fact. Let's see. This is the first one. Damn, somebody call protection services. I just slaughtered that poor baby. I go, he's just a wolf. It's not his fault. Come on, man. I mean, that's animal cruelty 101 right there. Let me see. Can I go? Oh, there we are.
Nicely done. The veil fire may prove useful.
The old sword do some work to feed us.
Oh, fine. I'm gonna say it, pigs. course, I found these jackals. Ah, my inventory's full. The runes. The runes are on fire. Actually, oh, another mosaic piece. Nice. Always have problems finding those. Oh God. Fine. I'll go back to Haven. Not Heaven. Haven. I mean, Haven means refuge, and Heaven means heaven. Check the war table when I'm at it. So this is cleaning up stuff. This is just going on the Hinterlands, cleaning up the last vestiges, also getting some levels. So when I go the next part, I have, I'm not under level. Dorian Pavos, only child and heir presumptive to the senatorial seat of Magister Harvard Pavos. Dorian comes from prestigious line of mages, prominent in the coastal Tevente city of Caranas. What have you. The thing that I said. So, yeah. Let's sell some stuff.
Good day to you.
Good day to you.
Master Thread says he won't have more until...
Let me see armor. Let's see what Sarah has. You spent quite a bit of time doing this. Sarah has. Okay, she can use a new.
That'll do.
I don't.
Another
no.
time, then. You need. Looks fine.
I don't use Sarah much, but when I do, when I have to, I would like to have her like the best weapons. Man. I need the bag space. Baggity bag.
And you've heard nothing of this elder in any of your investigations?
Sexy walk.
Go in peace, Herald of Andraste.
Dorian. Bees. Everybody gets bees.
Thank you for hurrying with the potions. We have so many.
That must be horrifying. Actually, it shouldn't be bees. It should be hornets, right? It should be wasps, because bees. Well, I suppose if you don't want to hurt yourself, you use bees because the bees sting and die. As opposed to use wasps, who keeps.
And my miners appreciate.
Again, you're stuck in the
You'll
wall.
have your lyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement.
The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one.
Doesn't mean you just pulls a disappearing trick on. As secure premises for several noble families, they have agreed to provide personal guards and other resources to the cause. We have played our part in closing the rifts. The noble will not see safety of living in the lands. Okay. We found what we're looking for, an ancient vault of buried in a sacred vegetation in the heart of the island, no doubt untouched for over 1,000 years. The effort to open the vault without setting off traps was considerable, and what we found within was interesting. According to an agent named Rion, it was a retreat of one of the last of Andraste's disciples, a guardian who fled some manner of attack on the site of the sacred arches. He was specially informed by other disciples who never ride. Oh. Your worship, may they serve you as it has us. Ivor of the Blades. Oh, interesting. Again, this is very interesting. These Templars not only did not follow Lord Seeker and to kill all the mages, but are now protecting them from the population. So
To work?
I need to get. What's the belt of urgency? Let's look at access. No, you need the belt of health.
To rule over foul and corrupt are they who have taken his gift.
Okay, back to the start. Let's go.
Nothing to report, sir.
Yeah, he needs to improve that armor.
Let's look around.
Okay, where's the... Oh, here we are. Where the Druffalo roam on the blood. Da, 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 da. Oh, that's just... Okay, just checking if I'm going the right direction. Now, I've noticed that if you do certain things, then certain enemies don't respawn, which makes sense. They still respawn in some areas, but if you, for example, neutralize the mages and the Templars, then this area remains clear. You know, this was roaming. You know, there were roaming bands of respawning enemies. So it shows the impact of what you're doing, which is, you know, it's the simple mechanical flourishes that really lend the sort of like, oh, what you're doing has an impact, and you are in fact doing the right thing. Unless you just want to, you know, farm the baddies, but yeah. But I don't want to farm the baddie, so... Let me see if I have the Moxie to take on this riff, which is the deadliest riff in the Hinterlands. It's a bit of a beef barrier. Well, a beefcake, not a beef carrot. Let's take care of these wolves. Why don't we? I need more bag space. Interesting formation.
Master Dennett's wife warned us about.
I mean, I slaughtered the wolves. Might as well get the, you know, get the leather, right?
That cave could be the lair of our strange wolves.
Could it be?
There we go.
Farmers should be safe from the wolves.
Well, they might still lose a few sheep here and there, but that's wolves for you.
At least you're fighting these wolves because they got possessed by demons, but still. Token of the Packmaster. Okay, I gotta go up. Very easy to miss this. I also like the fact that these maps have a little bit of verticality. But with that verticality also comes the fact that you have to do a lot of leaping and platforming, which is not always great. Amazing Grace. How sweet it is. Ouchie. My legs. Okay. Up and at him again. I mean, most of this stuff is already, probably over level for it, or they're grays. Yeah, but still. Now to find the Druffalo. Foran Ravine. Foran? Fortran. Fortran.
What made the mages come here of all places?
Don't know, don't care. Game designers. That's what they're here. Well, there is an in-game reason for it, but again, it's sort of all there in the manual kind of situation, which I don't want to discuss because I don't want to spoil the game for those who have not played it or read the supplemental material. Those who have and they're in chat, it's just like, please, no spoilers. I mean, this game is several years old. Like, oh, you're spoiling that? Come on. But yeah, come on. Don't be an ass. There's no reason to spoil anything. I personally don't care for spoilers. Well, it depends on the situation, I suppose. These poor sots died a long time ago, but then who lit the fire? Okay, where's the Druffalo? Nice paintings? But who made those paintings? The Dalish? Humans? The Avar? Oh, there it is. There's the Druffalo. Come on. Actually, no. This way. This way. Come on. Come on. Bury me where the Druffalo roam in the caverns and mountains of Ferelden. Yeah, you can't go too far or it won't follow. So it's a slow escort mission. Come on. Pathfinding AI is one of the hardest things to pull off right in most games for some reason, because you don't know where the player is going, so or more to the point, the AI doesn't perceive. There's two reasons. First of all, you're following a player character like here. You don't know where the player is going to go exactly, what route they're going to take. Also, places. In this case, you have to look at the differences of the shape, right? The animal, right? Between. And third, come on, you blind beast. You know, characters in game don't see the world the way a player sees the world, for obvious reasons. They don't have eyes or ears or anything like that. You're not looking outside in, so to speak. Come on, you dumb animal. Come on. He just basically it basically ignores terrain. That's what it's doing. Come on. Let me check all the dilapidated houses just in case.
Thank you. I appreciate you finding her, and I'll see to it that this never happens again.
Thank you. I'm not really finished with the Hinterlands, but I need to be... I'm going to do this. Then we're going to try to do the next part of the story. And then... here slows down a little bit. But I think it's also because I'm streaming as well.
The Inquisition dealt with the rebel Templars. They've been driven away or
I
killed.
do not suppose you found my Senna's
What did I
shrine.
tell you?
I know it is a long way to go.
I heard about deaths too. Refugees killed.
I
by
cleaned
Templars.
Senna's shrine and placed the flowers. May her ashes be gathered by Falondine and carried safely.
After all the long years she carried me, thank you. You do a foolish old man too much kindness. Thank you, friend. May your Inquisition do as much good for the land as you have done for me.
Everything on the surface smells so wet.
Oh boy.
The Venatori are creating these Oculara to help search for something. Most likely those strange shards we found.
Can you hear?
Every Ocularum is made from the skull of a tranquil?
I figured they'd fled with the rebel mages. Poor bastards.
I had wondered where they had gone. I should have looked harder.
Venatori are certainly a bunch of bastards. And they're whispering. So they have spirits in them? Maybe? Ugh, that's just creepy. What is that, lassie? Timmy fell down the well? Sister Tanner, huh?
I am Sister Tanner. May I help you?
I found the letter you sent a Templar named Corin.
What? Shit. You can't prove anything. A letter from a rogue Templar. Nobody is going to care. So, what do you intend to do?
What kind of cut are they giving you? Have you got protection? I see a suspicious lack of guards. It looks to me like you've been cut loose. Maybe you should look for a new employer.
Are you serious? The high and mighty Inquisition needs smugglers. All right, I'm in. Seems like the Inquisition is the safer bet these days.
Yes, Cassandra decidedly disapproves it. That's fine. I got myself an agent. That's all that matters.
Greetings, traveler.
Greetings, traveler. What else? Yeah, not that one, not yet. Okay, let's see if we can... Oh. Yeah, it's slowing down, but that happens in the village because it has a lot of characters in it. So it should... Yeah, you see it speeds up again once it's out of that. It's more optimizing problems as well as the fact that I'm streaming as opposed to anything hugely problematic, I suppose.
All things in this world are finite. What one man gains, another has lost.
Your enchanter Vivienne lives well. She remains.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin.
And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your...
Repeating the same line over and over again, huh? Men arrived this morning. It's good to see the Inquisition still trusts Templars to perform their duties. Once we ensure the Hamsel Circle is stable and that no dangerous items have fallen in the hands of certain scavengers, we will join you ourselves. Knight Commander Bryson. Build watchtowers.
All right.
let's do something else. Because I want to get the horses also, because I don't want to go to the next part and go like, hey, about those horses. It's the reason why you were here in the first place. Forgot about that? Choose only protect from the front. Watch the direction warriors are facing. Alrighty then.
Nothing to report, sir.
Oh. Wait. No. Okay. To go back.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
May it be with you.
Good day.
May it be with you.
Merchants coming in now say there are countless bodies lying.
Hello.
Hello.
Even worse. We hid here behind the village walls and did nothing.
Of course. Good day.
May it be with you.
One-Eye Jimmy.
Please, are you with the Inquisition? As you've wandered, have you by any chance seen a ram that is, different? Lord Wolseley wandered off, and he's very special. If you could find him, I'd be most grateful.
What makes your ram so special?
Well, he's always brought the family luck, and his advice helped us make our fortune.
Your ram offered advice.
He's a very special ram.
Your ram has gone missing.
Yes, I'm certain that if he heard his Jimmy missed him, he'd come right back. He's likely at our family's old summer cabin. It's by the lake in the southern hills. If you do find him and send him back, I'd be happy to pay you.
I'll speak with you later.
If you find my ram, please send him home.
The Ballad of Lord Wolseley. Yeah, it's a weird thing. I just wanted to do that little quest. I'm basically wasting time so that the towers are done and I can do the horse thing and Lake Luthias. I mean, if you're watching this, yes, this is a lot of the game is just running around and doing stuff like this. It's just, it is what it is. I suppose I could do a lot of the stuff off screen, but then why would I deprive you of the pleasure of watching it? There it is.
Lord Wolsey, I presume? A young man named Jimmy would very much like you to return home. Ah, good.
Now, if you attack it, it actually turns into a demon, into a rage demon, which shows you that Probably it's a spirit that's been helping the family and took the form of a ram for some reason. Valamar. I knew a guy whose last name was Valdemar, but not Valamar. Shade. It often is the only way for a demon to affect the world by living, possessing living or one's living body, but it's not always true. Indeed, Shade is only one such creature. A demon is true form that has adapted to affect the world around it. My hypothesis is that we already know. Never mind.
Must be an old dwarven outpost.
What was it for?
Trade, maybe? Your guess is as good as mine.
You're my resident dwarf. I didn't make a dwarf character, so you're it.
They can take you.
That didn't sound good. That chasm. This is probably the closest many dwarves back in the day came to seeing an open sky. That leads nowhere. Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't need that. Carton on security. We should be secure enough from outsiders. I'm more concerned about attracting darkspawn from the lower levels. Oh, that's nice. We don't have a manpower to push them farther and keep the product on the upper levels and barricade the bridge. The product. She's a force of nature. Not enough. Okay, never mind. The face card to notice. Much of Valamar remains close to us. Anyone interested in changing that should meet here tomorrow on 1 hour past noon. Stop wasting time on that damn door. I don't care what's behind it. The mechanism is broken. More importantly, who cares? We have product to move, and we have... I'll use my imagination and knives.
Darkspawn. These won't be the last.
We may be too close to the surface for these to count as deep roads. But have I mentioned I hate the deep roads? Even here in Dragon Age, dwarves make ostentatious statues to themselves, because of course they do. And by someone, you mean us. Boards are gonna hold the Darkspawn back? I don't think so.
But hey, you know, whatever works. Okay, that wasn't ominous at all. Boom. It's good through red. With the Templar serving sides to Enchanter, you should find buyers easily enough. It has to be the right buyer, though. Don't want anyone who get ideas. We need to control distribution. Travel across Lake Callahan. Secure. We're made. Oh, wow. Greedy bastards. Ask the nobles of Oxamar how their kingdom gets silks and grain and wine from the surface, and they'll tell you trade with the surface occurs. It occurs. As if on its own, with no traders or merchants or human farmers involved. A little miracle, dwarven ingenuity. In reality, it's a lot messier than their fantasy. Oxamar relies upon the surface not just for its prosperity, but for its survival. Ages of blights had taken thousands of tithes away from the dwarves. These were the places where most of the food was raised. The dwarven kingdom had endured long, dependent beneath the stone from the time immemorial, perished from the first blight, fading into myth. Now the remaining dwarves on the ground cling to assistance through a lifeline to the surface, a chain forged from the castless. Every dwarf who goes to the surface is stripped of caste, effectively exiled and removed from dwarven society forever. But Orsamar relies on continued relations with these exiles to live. It has created a shadow area of dwarven trade and politics where the rich, powerful, and elite maintain secret ties to the people who, by official decree, no longer exist. Everybody knows what kind of things lurk in the shadows. The Carter lies in the underbelly of the surface trade like a tapeworm. Many surface dwarves maintain ties, not officially recognized of course, but respectable, to their former houses and noble merchant caste, and those contacts are their means of trading with Orsamar. Those who have no ties because they were cast out by their families and never had good connections make their trip back underground to trade with Orsamar personally, where they find themselves treated like criminals. A casteless in Orsamar, even a wealthy one from the surface, will be driven away from the most merchants, treated like he's carrying a plague at best. But these surface merchants turn to the Carter for help. Carter acts as a contact in Orsamar for surface mints and sells their goods on the black market for a cut, of course. The Carter always gets its cut. The outraged citizens of Orsamar sometimes petition the assembly to deal with the rampant crimes around the black market, and showy displays are made of kicking in the door to Carter hideouts and racing dust down. But the Carter always comes back because the assembly always allows it. Too much of Orsamar is dependent on the black market trade, and the nobles know it. They all do business with the Carter. Everyone has a stake in its success. The Carter has 1,000 faces above and below the surface, honest merchants and noble caste lords, and upstanding members of the merchant guild, all cover for the thousands more smugglers, thieves, and murderers in their shadows. And lifeline also might praise the ancestor. Except from Darktown Zeal by Barrick Thethras. Barrick, you could have told me this. You could have, like, 5 seconds, you could have told me, yeah, the Carter. Orsamar needs the Carter to live. I have to read it from your book.
Let's see what was worth hiding here.
back to the start. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, we're finishing up. All except for the dragon. There's a dragon I haven't fought, and I'm not ready to fight the dragon yet. But soon. Off to the races then. Let's get these bears then. These massive, massive bears while I'm at it. Don't kill the Fennec. Boston. Yeah, it would have been too easy to get 2 sets of claws in one go, but sure. Come here, bear. Bear. I see you, bear. Don't run away from me, bear. I'm making this unbearable. Nope. I just killed an innocent bear. That's why he was running away. It's like, I got my claws. Bastards. Ring of Penitence. Yeah. I have a dirty mind. There we go. Okay, to the horses, to the races, so to speak.
Fancy trying out one of my courses?
What kind of racing are you talking about?
I set up a course over there with stakes in the ground. It's too narrow to race directly, so I time it with a sandglass. You try to ride the course before I call time.
I'll try one of your courses.
Wonderful. Get your horse and I'll set up the stakes. You make time, I'll throw in some of the dress money Father gave me. Consider it a donation to the Inquisition.
Press else.
Yeah.
I don't want to trample you, Foxy.
Nicely done. Fancy another race?
Set up the next course.
Great. Go get mounted. I'll put up the stakes straight away.
Yeah, yeah.
The one part I don't like about this is that this mini game, it's basically a mini game, and it just goes on and on and on.
Nicely done. Fancy another race?
Set up the next course.
Great. Go get mounted. I'll put up the stakes straight away.
Yeah!
Come on, horsey. Well, but you don't get to name the horses, which, considering everything else, you should be able to. I mean, it's not that hard. It's just a matter of not goofing off too much. Careful. The horse only has one gear. Slow and fast.
I'll be damned. You've mastered every course I set up.
There we go. Now, I can call a horse.
You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
The wolves should be back to normal now. They shouldn't be any further trouble.
That's good to hear. I'll send word to the farmers and let my husband know what you've done. It may not seem like much, but you've given this land hope it desperately needed. Thank you.
Bum, bum. What else? What else am I gonna do here? Fight the dragon? Nope, I'm not gonna do that. Don't have any more quests. Not really. Well, gotta go back and talk to Jimmy about Lord Woolsey.
Let's look around.
Let's not.
May it be with you.
He came back. He says you convinced him. Here, for all your trouble.
Oh, well. There's one more thing. Yeah, here. The Ocularum, I think. Because there's some shards to be picked up. I just want to get the towers done. And once that is done, can I check? Journal. Inquisitor's Final Security. Oh, it's already done? Oh, okay. Thought I had to take more time. One more time. Into the future.
If those refugees are going to defend themselves, they'll need real defenses. I've got a few ideas.
You said you had a way to help the refugees.
I do. There are too many hills in these parts, good places for raiders and bandits to gather. I've marked good spots on the map. You set up watchtowers there, I'll talk to the master and get your people weapons.
No, it's not done yet. Okay.
What's a dasher from the Merchants Guild doing in the middle of a battle against ancient evils?
I could ask the same thing of a pampered noble Tevinter.
But you can't call me pampered. Nobody's peeled a grape for me in weeks.
Talk to Josephine. She can arrange something.
Okay, Cullen is ready to report. Let's do that. Let's start to Cullen. Oh, Cullen. The First Inquisition, the birth of the Chantry took place more than 9 ages ago, 900 years ago, and that's all I could read about it. Well, there you go. Not that important. If you thought that it was important, you were mistaken. Oh, I didn't give Varric armor. Carta code is worse than what he has. Okay, never mind. Is she hover butt? Her
mages.
Yeah.
They should have this
Her butt is hovering over the ground.
Come to me, child, and I shall.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter.
You say that every single time that I pass through here. Dear Lady Montelier, it is true that Generation House Revenant claiming close friendship with the Herald Andrasta boasts one matter, but the boundaries of tactics seem to be invisible to these mountain banks. During a ball in the South Quarter, I witnessed a cousin 5 times removed from Lord Trevelyan, threatening to have the Inquisition fight his rival. He quickly left the party after I made my connection with the Inquisition clear, but the problem stands. We must deal with the heralds without taking his name in vain. They're wasting the kingdom of this place without tipping our hand. I'm not saying we send assassins, but the rumors of assassins.
Let's see what we have.
That should be handled diplomatically, but didn't care. Okay. We're basically done with everything here except for...
If those refugees are going to defend themselves, they'll need real defenses. I've got a few ideas.
I've built watchtowers in the areas you recommended.
Nicely done. That'll give both your refugees and our farmers some warning next time trouble pays a visit. I'll speak to the Master and have weapons sent to your people at the crossroads.
Elena says you got rid of those demon-cursed wolves. Should be safer for our farmers now. You've held up your end of our bargain, Inquisition. You'll have my whole stable and good hands to go with it.
You sent your stable hands and your horses to the Inquisition. What about you?
Well, you've cleaned up the area, and I can't say I'm not tempted. Still, it feels wrong to abandon my land to go play horsemaster again.
Oh, let him go. We can use one of my servants from Minrathous. Tevinter horses are the finest in the world.
Tevinter? Your horses can barely trot without needing grain and milk. All right, Inquisition. I'll look to your horses myself. Never let it be said that Redcliffe gave less than the best. Just let me settle matters here and say goodbye to my wife. I'll meet you at Haven.
That's all the power I need. Now, for the breach. Let's deal with the breach. I could have gone somewhere else, but I didn't want to clean up most of the Hinterlands. There's a couple of things we're going to go back to, but nothing major. So, yeah. Wish I had a better weapon though. But it'll have to do.
Make her watch over you.
Magic exists to serve man, and
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin.
Let's save, because this is...
My miners appreciate your business.
Your heart, Chopra. Your unfortunate new allies assault the heart of...
Cullen?
Yes. Haven has limited space for our soldiers to train. Perhaps we could set up something over here.
The Dales. Cassandra, certainly. Who else? I'm gonna need a mage. I'm gonna need somebody who can revive people, just in case, and do barriers with me. Question is, should I go for Varric as well, or a second mage? I'm gonna go for a triple mage on this one.
Mages! Focus past the Herald. Let his will draw from you.
You did it.
We did it. Barrack Tethra says the power in stories. Oh, that's all history is. There's Cassie.
Solus confirms the heavens are scarred but calm. The breach is sealed. We've reports of lingering rifts, and many questions remain. But this was a victory. Word of your heroism has spread.
You know how many were involved. Luck put me at the center.
A strange kind of luck. I'm not sure if we need more or less. But you're right. This was a victory of Alliance. One of the few in recent memory. With the breach closed, that alliance will need new focus.
Oh,
Forces
boy.
approaching! To arms!
What the... We must get to the gates!
never a dull moment for Southerners, is there? This...
Cullen?
One watchguard reporting. It's a massive force, the bulk over the mountain.
Under what banner?
None.
None.
None?
I can't come in unless you open.
And the last member of our party shows up.
I'm Cole. I came to warn you, to help. People are coming to hurt you. You probably already know.
What is this? What's going on?
The Templars come to kill you.
Templars? Is this the Order's response to our talks with the mages, attacking blindly?
The Red Templars went to the Elder One. You know him? He knows you. You took his mages. There.
This Elder One.
Enter the real villain, Corypheus.
He's very angry that you took his mages.
Cullen, give me a plan. Anything.
Haven is no fortress. If we are to withstand this monster, we must control the battle. Get out there and hit that force. Use everything you can.
Mages! You have sanction to engage them. That is Samson. He will not make it easy. Inquisition! With the Herald! For your lives! For all of us!
Just gives me the chills. These moments really do give me the chills. They come. Fire.
Almost ready. Keep them off us.
get this trebuchet firing.
You happen to have a sword in the middle, my friend. What's the heck going on there?
coming! Keep them off the trebuchet!
We can't face it here. We have to do something.
Everyone to the gates.
Move it! Move it! We need everyone back to the Chantry. It's the only building that might hold against that beast.
At this point, just make them work for it.
The people of Haven will not survive on their own.
I'm looking to ways to save everybody, so sorry I'm not paying attention to it.
I hear a voice.
The Herald will save us. He will.
I hear a survivor.
Oh no. Ah. I want to save everybody. Cassandra, what can you do?
I hear a voice.
I knew you'd come.
A survivor!
Our Lady is with you, Herald. Thank you.
Harold! What's happened?
Okay.
Maker, thank you. Thank you.
I hear a survivor.
Come on, monsters!
A survivor!
About time. Let me out of here. I believe that is everyone. Best to follow.
Okay, everybody's safe. Now back to the chat. Sorry, chat. Sorry, chat, about that. Guys, anything to say? No. Okay.
The chantry is your shelter.
He tried to stop a Templar. The blade went deep. He's going to die.
What a charming boy.
Harold, our position is not good. That dragon stole back any time you might have earned us.
I've seen an archdemon. I was in the Fade, but it looked like that.
I don't care what it looks like. It's got a path for that army. They'll kill everyone in Haven.
The Elder One doesn't care about the village. He only wants the Herald.
If it will save these people, he can have me.
It won't. He wants to kill you. No one else matters, but he'll crush them, kill them anyway. I don't like him.
You don't like... Herald. There are no tactics to make this survivable. The only thing that slowed them was the avalanche. We could turn the remaining trebuchets, cause one last slide.
We're overrun. To hit the enemy, we'd bury Haven.
We're dying, but we can decide how. Many don't get that choice.
Yes, that. Chancellor Roderick can help. He wants to say it before he dies.
There is a path. You wouldn't know it unless you'd made the summer pilgrimage, as I have. The people can escape. She must have shown me. Andraste must have shown me so I could tell you.
What about it, Cullen? Will it work?
Possibly, if he shows us the path. But what of your escape? Perhaps you will surprise it. Find a way. Inquisition, follow Chancellor Roderick through the Chantry. Move!
Herald, if you are meant for this, if the Inquisition is meant for this, I pray for you.
Well, a last-minute turn of, heart?
They'll load the trebuchets. Keep the Elder One's attention until we're above the tree line. If we are to have a chance, if you are to have a chance, let that thing hear you.
We need to be noticed. Happens to be a specialty of mine.
trebuchet must be aimed. Quickly!
Move. Now!
The music is so menacing. He's a good villain in this game. The last game, not so much.
Enough! Pretender, you toy with forces beyond your ken no more.
What are you? Why are you doing this?
Mortals beg for truth they cannot have. It is beyond what you are, what I was. Know me. Know what you have pretended to be. Exalt the Elder One. The will that is Corypheus. You will kneel.
You're forcing this fight for no reason.
You will resist. You will always resist. It matters not. I am here to anchor. The process of removing it begins now. It is your fault, Herald. You interrupted a ritual years in the planning, and instead of dying, you stole its purpose. I do not know how you survived, but what marks you as touched, what you flail at rifts, I crafted to assault the very heavens. And you used the anchor to undo my work. The gore.
It's a boon from Andraste. She saved my life.
Then your lady wished me to kill you, for her boon is a beacon I cannot let escape. I once breached the Fade in the name of another to serve the old gods of the Empire in person. I found only chaos and corruption, dead whispers. For 1,000 years I was confused, no more. I have gathered the will to return under no name but my own, to champion Withered to Winter and correct this blighted world. Beg that I succeed, for I have seen the throne of the gods, and it was empty. The anchor is permanent. You have spoilt it with your stumbling. So be it. I will begin again. Find another way to give this world the nation and God it requires. And you, I will not suffer even an unknowing rival. You must die.
Your arrogance blinds you. Good to know. If I'm dying, it's not today.
Saved by cutscene. old tunnels from the first game.
There. There.
Wait, no. Okay. No, never mind. Just that I have a repeat on the two. Okay, never mind. Now the wolves want their revenge. Apparently those clothes are very warm. Otherwise. Magically temperature control, I suppose. I know why they do a sequence like this, but it would have been better if this would all have been a cutscene. I don't know what they're doing it for effect, but...
Embers. Recent.
It's him!
Thank the Maker!
And now for the best musical number in the entire series of the games.
What would you have me tell them? This isn't what we asked them to do.
We cannot simply ignore this. We must find a way.
And who put you in charge? We need a consensus or we have nothing.
Please, we must use reason. Without the infrastructure of the Inquisition, we're hobbled.
I can't come from nowhere.
She didn't say it could.
Enough! This is getting us nowhere.
Well, we're agreed on that much.
Shh. You need rest.
They've been at it for hours.
They have that luxury thanks to you. The enemy could not follow, and with time to doubt, we turn to blame. Infighting may threaten as much as this Corypheus.
Do we know where Corypheus and his forces are?
We are not sure where we are, which may be why, despite the numbers he still commands, there is no sign of him. That, or you are believed dead. Or without Haven, we are thought helpless. Or he girds for another attack. I cannot claim to know the mind of that creature, only his effect on us.
If they're arguing about what we do next, I need to be there.
Another heated voice won't help. Even yours. Perhaps especially yours. Our leaders struggle because of what we survivors witnessed. We saw our defender stand and fall. And now we have seen him return. The more the enemy is beyond us, the more miraculous your actions appear, and the more our trials seem ordained. That is hard to accept, no? What we have been called to endure, what we perhaps must come to believe.
Mother Giselle, I just don't see how what I believe matters. Lies or not, Corypheus is a real physical threat. We can't match that with hope alone.
Shadows fall and hope has fled. Still your heart, the dawn will come. The night is long and the path is dark. Look to the sky, for one day soon the dawn will come.
The shepherd's lost, and his home is far. Keep to the stars, the dawn will come. The night is long,
and the path is dark. Look to the sky, for one day soon the dawn will come. There your blade and raise it high. Stand your ground, the dawn will come. The night is long and the path is dark. Look to the sky, for one day soon the dawn will
An army needs more than an enemy. It needs a cause.
A word. A wise woman, worth heeding. Her kind understand the moments that unify a cause. Or fracture it. The orb Corypheus carried, the power he used against you, it is Elven. Corypheus used the orb to open the breach. Unlocking it must have caused the explosion that destroyed the Conclave. I do not yet know how Corypheus survived, nor am I certain how people will react when they learn of the orb's origin.
This whole mess is confusing. I can see how elves might be an easy target.
History would agree, but there are steps we can take to prevent such a distraction. By attacking the Inquisition, Corypheus has changed it. Changed you. Scout to the north. Be their guide. There is a place that waits for a force to hold it. There is a place where the Inquisition can build, grow.
And the music sells it.
They arrive daily from every settlement in the region. Skyhold is becoming a pilgrimage. If word has reached these people, it will have reached the Elder One. We have the walls and numbers to put up a fight here, but this threat is far beyond the war we anticipated. But we now know what allowed you to stand against Corypheus, what drew him to you.
He came after me because my efforts put the Inquisition in his way.
Perhaps in more ways than you've considered. Your decisions let us heal the sky. Your determination brought us out of Haven. You are the creature's rival because of what you did. And we know it. All of us. The Inquisition requires a leader. The one who has already been leading it. You.
Perhaps I didn't hear you correctly. A mage at the head of the Inquisition.
Not a mage. You.
I happen to be a mage.
I will not pretend no one will object, but times are changing. Perhaps this is what the Maker intended. There would be no Inquisition without you. How it will serve, how you lead, that must be yours to decide.
With fear running rampant, they need to see a mage standing for what is right. I'll defeat Corypheus standing with them, not over them.
Wherever you lead us. Have our people been told?
They have. And soon, the world.
Commander, will they follow?
Inquisition, will you follow? Will you fight? Will we triumph? Your leader, your herald, your Inquisitor!
So this is where it begins.
It began in the courtyard. This is where we turned that promise into action.
But what do we do? We know nothing about this Corypheus except that he wanted your mark.
Could his dragon really be an archdemon? What would that mean?
It would mean the beginning of another blight.
We've seen no darkspawn other than Corypheus himself. Perhaps it's not an archdemon at all, but something different?
Whatever it is, it's dangerous. Commanding such a creature gives Corypheus an advantage we can't ignore.
Someone out there must know something about Corypheus.
Unless they saw him on the field, most will not believe he even exists.
We do have one advantage. We know what Corypheus intends to do next. In that strange future you experienced, Empress Selene had been assassinated.
Imagine the chaos her death would cause. With his army.
An army he'll bolster with a massive force of demons, or so the future tells us.
Corypheus could conquer the entire south of Thedas, god or no god.
I'd feel better if we knew more about what we were dealing with.
I know someone who can help with that. Everyone acting all inspirational jogged my memory, so I sent a message to an old friend. He's crossed paths with Corypheus before and may know more about what he's doing. He can help.
I don't have time for a meet and greet, Varric.
You'll get a lot out of this, and it's probably overdue. Just come up to the battlements. Trust me, it's complicated.
Well, then, we stand ready to move on both of these concerns.
On your order, Inquisitor.
I know one thing. If Varric has brought who I think he has, Cassandra is going to kill him.
And we're gonna leave it.
This is the Inquisition. A dusty old ruin filled with battered soldiers.
If you shut your mouth and opened your eyes, you'd see that the Inquisition is our one hope.
We're gonna save it, and we're gonna leave it here for tonight. I expected to do it about 45 minutes ago, but you know, it happens. So we're gonna pick it up on Monday at 2 o'clock, and then at 8 o'clock. If nothing changes from here to there, maybe we might sneak a couple of missions in and out in the weekend. I have no really sure, but for now, as always, thank you for coming, and we will see you when we see you. Bye.